My brother and I are here at Tortilla Flat, Arizona, getting ready to hike up to Malapais Mountain. So we're gonna get started up the trail here, unofficial trail, which goes in this direction. So the trail isn't marked. I don't think this trail has a name, but there is a sign here. Peters Canyon to the left, and then the Fragile Arch Saddle to the right. So we're gonna head to the right, and then we'll leave the trail behind where I marked it last time I was here and head straight up into that canyon, but more towards the left of it. There's the sunlight on the four peaks, less than 12 miles from here. And down there is Tortilla Creek. We're right at the point that I marked last time I was here when I did Geronimo Head. So I built somewhat of a rock pile. It's not quite as nice as other people's, but piled the rocks there. So we're gonna head straight as best we can in this direction, off to the left of that rock in the center of the shot, straight a little further, then kind of bear to the left up that way to get up to the ridge up there. So I think the trail goes over the ridge somewhere over there and then continues up the other side. I'm not sure how far it goes, but you can take that up to Geronimo Head too. So we made it to this big rock cairn here, and then the route is straight behind me. So yeah, this is the route up here. It's gonna go into those bushes there and then off to the right more. So we just came up over the crest there. We have just a little bit more elevation gain to get to the ridge. All right, so we're on the ridge. We just have to follow this up, easy walk over to point 3509. Just looking back at 3509. There's a campsite right here. Looks like a campsite anyway, it's pretty clear. Big rock cairn where Patrick is standing. Now we have to make a descent. All right, we're in the wash. We're in our low point between 3509 and Malapais. And it looks pretty straightforward. It looks like a more gradual slope than what we've already climbed, so that'll be nice. Well, we're just to the left of the cliff, right where we wanted to be. We may have to go around another cliff up here, but not too far off to the left, but otherwise it's pretty much straight up to the ridge there. We made it up to the ridge. Just checking out the views for a few minutes here, then we're gonna walk the rest of the way out to the summit, which may be right there, maybe a little further behind that point. But either way, it's gonna be a pretty easy walk up here. All right, summit of Malapais Mountain. It's crazy how calm it was earlier and how windy it got up here. Just gonna get to 360, then point out a few other points. Right down there is Battleship Mountain. Patrick and I summited that a little over a year ago. I think the elevation there is 2,700, so it's about 1,500 feet lower than here. I think the burn area there is Black Mesa, which Patrick and I did when we did Palomino Mountain. There's some other peaks in the foreground, I think Yellow Peaks and Red Hills or something. I can't really pick them out too well. Palomino Mountain, and I think it's called Blacktop Mesa right there. And then there's Weaver's Needle. CMB put his initials here, I don't know when, but I believe CMB has his initials on Battleship Mountain too. I know somebody's initials were up there, I can't remember the front range of the Superstitions, Flatiron and High Point 5024. We just came out to this southern point just to check it out. We thought it'd be a cliff right here, but it's, if there is a cliff, it's a little further. I'm not going to go any further than this. Pretty cool view of the Superstitions. A lot of neat canyons and high points and other areas to explore down there for sure. So that's Tortilla Mountain right there, elevation around 4,900, 4,800 something. So I have the maps printed up of a couple potential routes over to there, but we're not going to do it. We decided even basically when we started this hike we weren't going to do it. But just in case, I did carry 6 liters of water, some rope, a little bit of extra food, just in case we were out here for 12 or more hours. But we're not going to do it. We're going to go back the way we came. All right, looking at the 4 peaks. So that's a pretty substantial rise from the base of the mountain all the way up to the summits. Amethyst Peak and Sister Peak is what I can see. I'm not sure how far that is. I'm gonna try to look that up just out of curiosity. I'm just curious how much of a vertical rise I'm actually seeing right now. But it looks to be a pretty good one. I'd say 4,000 feet, maybe more. All right, we've been up on the summit for over half an hour now. We're gonna start to make our way down. Okay, there's Tortilla and the ridge that extends down from it. And then further out in the distance, that might be Aztec Peak, which is east of Roosevelt Lake. It's over 7,000 feet. All right, dropping into the canyon now. We were up higher above this cliff, and then that's the cliff face that I pointed out earlier. So we were up there. We've come down a good ways already. We don't have too much further to descend until we get back to the wash between Malapais and point 3509. Here's a pretty decent sized pool right here, and it actually doesn't look too dirty or anything. Taking a break here at the garden again. It's a really nice section of vegetation up here on this flat area. We're gonna meet up with some fellow hikers pretty soon, see what they're doing. Just checking out the canyon here. There's a lot of water down in the wash way below. Nice views from up here. There's Canyon Lake right there. So we'll be driving past there on the way out. Yeah, surprised to see that group of people. I think they're gonna go down the canyon and rappel. But this, I don't know, that may be the first people I've ever run into off trail. Large descent point, dropping back into the canyon is right over there. Just getting another view down into Tortilla Flat. Well, we just had a little scare with a big rock breaking loose up there. So right up there is where the rock broke loose. It was pretty big. It broke into pieces before it came down to me and just went off to my left, luckily. And Patrick's okay too. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
So we're done with the steepest section. It's gonna be a little bit more level, but still pretty steep down to the wash. And then we have a little climb just to get up to the trail. All right, we're back at the sign here. Peters Canyon is that way. Which if we do Tortilla Mountain in the near future, we're gonna take that trail just down into Tortilla Creek / wash, and then take that wash up pretty good ways. I'd say at least 2 miles, and then head up another side wash up to the ridge somewhere way back there.